Welcome to the HP Online Teaching Assistant, an initiative of HP Education. Today, we will explain how to create dynamic classes and evaluate with Edpuzzle. In today's educational session, we'll look at how to make the most of Edpuzzle as a tool for creating content and evaluating competence. And today's objectives will be to build content with Edpuzzle, to learn how to share and use Edpuzzle as an assessment tool. Let's get started. I already have Edpuzzle open. I previously registered with a teacher account. It's important that when you create your account, you indicate that you're a teacher. So what is Edpuzzle? It is an online tool that allows us to add questions to interactive videos we create, or videos already created, and edit them for our students to use. We can also use it as an assessment tool. This is the Edpuzzle interface. Right now, I'm on the main page where a lot of videos are going to appear. Below Home, there are sections: Curriculum, which is content created by teachers; Content by grades, elementary, middle, or high school; AE Group, here content from my school would appear, i.e. if more teachers of the same school created content, it would be seen in this space. And finally, the content. The videos that I have created or edited would appear here. From this Add Content button, I can create a video from scratch, upload to video. If I did it from PowerPoint or from some other program, like OBS for example, I could upload videos from here. I can also create a student project, or I could create a new folder. To create a new video, we don't necessarily have to start from scratch. Today, I'm going to show you how to do it. First, I'm going to go to YouTube. I have a video open that I want to work with. It's this one here. Now I have to copy the URL of the video and go back to Edpuzzle, paste it in the search engine, and click on Search. As you can see, I'm looking at the video that was open in YouTube inside the Edpuzzle video editor. That means I can start to work on this particular video. As for the editing options I have in Edpuzzle, I can crop the video with the cut option, and the good thing is that I can also add cuts to grab the sections I really need out of this video. I can shorten the video as much as I want. If I move this to the right, or the end bar, I bring to the left. See how the duration of the video is decreasing. As I said, I can also add cuts with this bar here. I just move it to where I want to make the cut and then click on Add Cut. Then I can move the bar to where I want to resume the video and add another cut afterwards if I need it. As many as I want until I have the sections I need to keep from this video. The next option we have is VoiceOver. This allows us to add explanations of our own in any part of the video. In this case, I can't since it's not my own video. I would have to upload a video to be able to do that. But the truth is that it's very simple. Just move the dot up to the part where you want to intervene, and up here where I get this message, it would have enabled a button that says Start Recording. And I can now record my voice, and anytime I want, I can stop. Well, now let's look at the Questions option, which comes in handy for evaluating our students' knowledge of the lesson we've taught. Here we have two types of questions and the option to create annotations in the video. Where will they show up? Where I place the dot. For example, if I place it here and then select multiple choice question at that specific moment of the video, the student will be asked the question I place here. For example, let's place a very easy one. What species of humans have survived on the planet the most? And I place the possible answers here: Homo sapiens, sapiens, Homo erectus. If I want, I could add another answer from here. I'm going to leave these two and now make sure that the correct answer has the check mark, i.e. the correct answer is Homo erectus. Since this is content that students will see autonomously, this feedback button that you see here will allow us to give the student feedback, a comment on the answer they selected. For example, in the first incorrect answer option, I'm going to put wrong answer. Remember that we are part of the Homo sapiens species and we've been on Earth for 200,000 years. And for the correct answer, I'm going to put great job. Homo erectus existed for 2 million years. Since I have finished my question and feedback for the answers, I click Save. And now, as you can see, there's a little dot here, which indicates that there's a question. Now I'm going to scroll to another moment in the video, and I'm going to add an open-ended question. Here, the students write the answer they consider best, and then we as teachers can review them. So here I'll put, what do you think caused the disappearance of other species of humans? And finally, we can add an explanatory note at this point. That is, interesting or relevant information that students need to know at this point in the video. Then I could add a text, a link to expand the information or an image. I can even record my voice. I'll leave it like this. Let's just say I'm done. Then I'll click on Finish. Remember that the videos we create or edit will be found here in My Content. Once I have the material ready, how can we share it for students to see it? Easy. We select it and the following options appear. Assign, Edit. If we want to re-edit it, move to Folder, if I had folders created. For example, folders for my various subjects, I could move it to a specific folder. Duplicate. If we want to make a different version based on this video, deselect and delete. So to share it, I'm going to click on Assign. Here we have two options. One is Assign to Class. If I had a class created within Edpuzzle or a class imported from Google Classroom. Here I can define the start and end date of the lesson I have created. Another important thing is this option, Prevent Skipping, so that students cannot continue watching the video if they have not answered the questions I have asked them. Make sure this option is activated, because if it isn't, students will be able to continue watching the video without answering the questions. What interests me is that my students stop at that point to see the question, to reflect on it, and to try to answer it. And the other option is Public Links. I can copy this link and send it to my students, and they can watch the video with the questions I asked, or do it directly if, for example, I have a website, a blog, we could embed this iframe code on it. Now we are going to add a class. We are going to Assign to Class. Click on Add New Class. And here we see two options, Add to New Class or Import Class. In New Class, I can create classes in the Edpuzzle application with the usernames of my students. However, my recommendation is to use the Import Class option from Google Classroom if you have an educational account in Google. This way, you wouldn't have two virtual classroom spaces, which makes it easier to manage. If you don't have a Google account, you can share the video link on the LMS you have. In this case, I'm registered with my Google account, so I'll import a class from Google Classroom. It asks me to choose the account from which I want to join, then asks for access to my account. I click Allow, and here the classes I've created in Classroom will appear. I select the one I want to import, which in this case is 3B Biology. And as you can see, my class group already appears in Edpuzzle. Then I click on the Assign button and the students I have in my Google Biology class appear here. Next to their names, I can see who and in what percentage they have seen the video, their grade at the time the work they have done is graded, the last time they saw the video, and whether or not they handed it in. Now the only thing left to do is to assign the video to the students of my 3B Biology class is to publish it in Classroom. To do this, we click on this button on the right that says Post in Google Classroom. Now we are going to go to the Google Classroom Biology class to confirm that the task has actually been created. As you see here, there is an announcement that a task has been published. So if we go to Classwork, you can see it here, and students only have to log in and complete it. Remember that if you have another virtual platform other than Google Classroom, I recommend you copy the link and paste it directly on your platform, either Teams, Moodle, or whichever. Finally, Edpuzzle not only serves as a tool to create educational content, but also to evaluate everything in a fun way to motivate students. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video offered by HP Online Teaching Assistant, an initiative of HP Education.